Hello. Yes. Look, I'm about to come into a large sum of money, and I'd like to upgrade my car to the finest that Grindavik has to offer. And that's the best showroom in town? All right, mate. I'm going to be right there. Huh. Yeah, I might need to get something shipped in, I think.
Synker sammen til segerskroppen Maltam Grindavik Og jeg vet mannen gjør I dag
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Grindavik on The Impossible Dream. It is Season 4, Episode 6, and today we have a chance to do something that I thought was many seasons down the road yet. We could make the Champions League, well, it's a league stage now, isn't it? If we can get the better of Molde over 2 legs. Now, of course, last episode, incredible. We were able to knock out Shakhtar Donetsk. It was on penalties after 1-1, 1-0 away. We lost 1-0 at home. We won. And it was just an amazing achievement. Now, of course, worst case scenario today, we've got 4 million in the bank for getting this far in the Champions League. We will then go into the Europa League league stage and get whatever money you get for that. So I don't want to say this game doesn't matter, but whatever happens, we are in the money, and it's just going to change this club, and it's just going to make us, well, the powerhouse of Icelandic football. Finances coming into it are already good. The game against Shakhtar Donetsk, we made 180 grand on gate receipt for our home leg. We broke all sorts of club records for attendance and gate receipts as well. So we're already in a magnificent place. Like I say, I don't say this doesn't matter, but the money's coming in. It's just been a magnificent run in Europe. Now, of course, we've known in the past when we have a good run in Europe, our league form does tend to drop away. We had a league game in between last episode and this one between the 2 European ties. That was against bottom of the league, managerless IA. Well, let's go see if we could take 3 points there as well. We fell behind midway through the first half, but Olmartson picked out Rocky to draw us level. So these are bad drop points. We ended up going with 2 up front and wing backs, and that's how we scored the goal. I mean, XG suggests we were the better team, but only marginally at home against the team. Now, the thing is, if they hadn't sacked their manager, maybe that would have worked out a little bit better for us, but they had, and, well, it was all a little bit disappointing in the end. The league table... Well, the league table tells the story, doesn't it? We do have 2 games in hand, but we are 10 points behind top. We are, 9 points behind second. And the Icelandic Cup has been won by Keflavik, which means that European spot is gone. So we are currently sitting in the final European spot the league has to offer. So we're not winning. I can't see us winning the league this year. I really can't, not knowing that we are going to continue in Europe now one way or another. So I think we just need to make sure we're finishing third and able to play some form of European football next season. So that is what it is, but we are definitely focused on Europe right now. Let's go and have a look and see what we're doing here against Molde in the first leg. And the first leg is at home, so we are expecting a 4-3-3 out of them, sort of inverted inside forwards as their wide players, so we'll sort of try and force them outside, stop them from cutting in. And this is the team that we're sending out now. You'll notice Capello has a heavy match load, which isn't ideal. We ended up having to bring him off the bench to play the 3 midfielders. So it's Origi in goal. That was against IA, I should say. Marmot, Monthe, who I thought did really well against Shakhtar Donetsk, Adel Steinson, and Cresswell will be the back 4. Sayas, Odin, Bagley comes in for this one with Capello. Now, because Turpitson got himself sent off and was therefore suspended for the IA game, Halkson had to play in that one, so we just, again, looking for fresh legs in there. Oscarson and Birchall, the hero against Shakhtar, will be the wide players. Stefansson will go up top. And again, with Europe, we've got the extended bench, so hopefully we don't need them, but they're there if we do. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. Now, of course, the one thing we did have going for us against Shakhtar is that I don't have the Ukrainian league loaded. I do have the Norwegian league loaded, so that might come back to haunt us. Now, this guy is a very good striker for them, so we'll keep an eye out for him. And we've got nothing to lose. Just go out there, play without any pressure on you. And yeah, I mean, can you imagine 4 seasons into this thing if we're in the Champions League group stage? I mean, that is just... It would be a record, wouldn't it? In any of our impossible dreams, we haven't done this well. And I don't really understand why. I don't think our team is any better or worse. I'd arguably say right now it's worse than a lot of the teams we've had after 4 seasons in previous editions of the Impossible Dream. But for whatever reason, it is just clicking for us right now. And, well, if we can get through one more tie, then who knows? I imagine Iceland-Norway is going to be a little bit of a rivalry, isn't it? Certainly at club level, I would imagine. So we'll see how that we go on that front. It doesn't matter who we play. We just want to try and win, don't we? And there is a part of me that feels like, you know, we've knocked out Shakhtar Donetsk. We deserve to be in the league phase or the group phase. But then there's another part of me that just thinks we are going to get absolutely just carved to pieces if we are in that as a semi-pro team. Turn your phone off, moron. I mean, I would be shocked if there's ever been a semi-professional team in the Champions League group stages before. So, yeah, there's that part of it as well. Do we? I mean, good save from Origi. Yes, we want the money. Let's not pretend that we don't. The Champions League group stage money would be just beyond anything that we could dream of, and it would allow us to do pretty much whatever we wanted with the club, with the team. So that would be great, but the payoff to that is we are essentially going to, I think you use it 6 games you play. I don't even know with the new league system how many games you would play. We're essentially going to be lambs to a slaughter for those 6 games. I would be quite impressed if we managed to even get a point. Some of that, I suppose, will depend on who we play, but I imagine that there's going to be some form of seeding, and we are going to be at the very bottom of that. Oh, and that is just over the top. We just need to be a little bit careful here that we don't get pulled to pieces. Let's try a little bit of a higher tempo, and yeah, we are forcing them to the outside. I wonder if we try and trap them inside, if they've got those inside forwards, maybe try and cramp them for space. But yeah, we'll just see, won't we? We'll do the best we can here. We've not had much possession. We don't want to concede right before half time. Galdamedes is just over the top. It was a good free kick, but it was just not coming down for him, was it? But anyway, there we go. It is 0-0 at the break. You wouldn't say we've been in the game. It's time for everybody to dig in. Actually, I probably should have gone with no pressure, but maybe the no pressure wasn't quite working there. So let's go with dig in. Yeah, there's a part of me that wonders if it's not really a game for Stefansson, because he's more or less poaching, and we're not giving him much to poach off of at the moment. Adolf Steinson clears it off the line. And it feels a little bit like it's just a matter of time, doesn't it? All right, I'm going to make a call. We're going to take Stefansson off. We're going to bring on Karasin as a deep-lying forward and just try and get him in there, dropping back in and just trying to get us some way involved in the game. Because as things stand right now, we've barely, seems like we've had a kick. Another corner to defend. This one is away again. Can Birchall get to that? No. And here they come again. I mean, if we manage to hold on to a clean sheet here, we've done absolute miracles, because it has been all Molde, and there it is. We can't complain, not even a little bit. All right, Bagley, it was a big gain to put him in for. Let's get Turpinson on. I don't really like rewarding him for a red card, but it's just the way that it's sort of played out here. There's a part of me that thinks push up, play a higher line. The issue with that is this guy is absolutely rapid. So, but he's quite strong as well. Maybe we need to be a little bit braver. They're playing well, aren't they? We need to change. Let's be brave if we're going to lose the way this is going anyway. We'll keep dropping off to try and prevent some of that that threat in behind. But here we go. Are we going to get ourselves a goal out of nowhere? Sayas. Back in for Cresswell. Cresswell's blocked and headed away. Well, it's the first we've seen of us looking even a little bit threatening. Marmot now. This playing a little bit higher up appears to be working, doesn't it? Can I bring Stefansson back on now? I've got my tactics a bit better. Nicely won back by Marmot. Turpinson. Turpinson, not the best pass. And it is hacked forward. Adel Steinson is there, and I don't know what he was trying to do, and he's got himself sent off as well. Well, now we are very much just trying to stay in this game at 1-0 and hope for a miracle when we get to their place, aren't we? Okay, so we are going to take Turpinson off. We're going to sub the sub. We're also taking off the right back, Cresswell, who's not playing that well. So Nagoma, we'll just go with Nagoma. Just don't worry about it. Come on at right back. Antonsen will play centre back and we'll be at that man short in midfield. Let's go off attacking now. We'll go back to just balanced, focused, and yeah, like I say, if we get out of this with a chance still. Are they a man down as well, actually, potentially? So we're going to be without Adel Steinson in the second leg now as well, which we're going to have to take into account. And we're going to need a near miracle in Norway if we're going to get this done. We just didn't really threaten them at all, did we? Which is obviously, I think, the most disappointing thing. But yeah, well, we go again. So youthful Grindavik come unstuck, and it just does have that slight feel that it just might just be one game too far, mightn't it? But anyway, wait right there. We've got a game against somebody in the league. I'll play through that, and then we'll be back for the second leg, and we'll just go high line or attack them, and we'll just kind of see what happens. Okay, welcome back. Now, we're still in this tie. Let's not pretend we're not. We did get quite outplayed in that first leg. Now, there's one other thing we have to catch you up on before we get to this, which is, of course, the game in the league. It was Lickner that we were playing, so let's go see how we did. So, not too much to write home about here. We should have won this game. Turpinson had so many chances and could not hit a barn door. I don't want to pick out players, to bully them, but he just could not score. We'd still be going now, and he still wouldn't have scored. So, it is definitely a game we should have won, but we didn't. And again, it was a rotated side. Adel Steinson played because he's suspended for this next one. But yeah, a game of missed opportunity for us for sure. Now, if we look at the league table, it is getting a little bit nervous. Forget the league. It's not happening now. We couldn't afford to drop any more points. We've just lost too many games. But I'm okay with that if we, because we're going well in Europe. But what I am concerned about now is the teams behind us, and are we in fact going to manage a top 3 finish to then keep a spot in Europe for next season? Now, we should. We have games in hand. We have 3 points as well over the teams with 17. 2 points over the KR there, who have only got 4 games to go. So I'm thinking we should be okay, but we're still going to be playing games in Europe. So we might need to reach a point where what we do is we just switch our focus. It might reach a point where it's 4-3-3 we're expecting from them again, where what we do is we just have to say, right, we've got our money from Europe. Now we need to focus on the league and make sure we're getting back there again next season. Now, this is the team we're sending out. I am going to make some tactical changes, though. Like I said, we're just gonna go for them. We played a little bit better when we were right up in their faces. I don't want to step up. I still want to have that little bit of cover by dropping off, but we want to try and engage them earlier on. This is the team we're sending out. Do we in fact want to also play with a number 10? Let's say like this. No, let's do it because they expect to be more defensive as well, aren't they? So let's let's play like that. Let's go halfway between the two. So it is Origi in goal. It's Marmot Monte. It is it's Antonsen, sorry. So new back partnership there with this guy, the Cameroonian at right back. The reason for that is that not only is Adel Steinson suspended, but so is Cresswell. So not ideal. Sayas, Halkson, and Capiello at the midfield. It is Viva. We're going to put him back in there. He's a good player. He's a good dribbler. We're going to trust that he's been with us long enough now to be able to step up and play well when we need him to. Birchall goes on the left. It's Stefansson going up top, and nothing to lose. Let's go see if we can win in Norway. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. It looks a similar sort of team, doesn't it, to what we face in the first leg? And well, what do we say to this? We've got nothing to lose here. Show everyone else what we're capable of. Let's try that. It's easy to keep saying there's no pressure, but ultimately we've got to have a go at this. And here we go. It might be the last time we hear the Champions League music this season, but I think we've done enough here to suggest that even if it's not next season, we will be back here, won't we? So there we go. We can see our strange look. Can you imagine if you saw that come up on the TV? You'd be like, what is this manager doing? But anyway, there we go. Oh, a very nice look at the support beams of the roof there. And yeah, I mean, if we can get the first goal, then it's game on, isn't it? If Molde score first, then that might be that might be all she wrote. I do think, again, the difference I think between the reason we were able to do so well against Shakhtar and maybe struggling against Molde is, I think, the fact that the Ukrainian league wasn't loaded and the Norwegian one is. It might just be that simple for us, unfortunately, and almost from the start. Now, do we want to trap inside again? We looked a little bit better doing that to him, didn't we? Origi with a goal kick. I feel like we've lost, but I don't know. I don't know if I just subconsciously just sort of clocked off because Stefansson wins it back because we've got our money and Viva gives it away again. But obviously there's more money involved if we can get past them here. But I think this is the first time that we've faced a team and it's felt like they're better than us. It's a good ball. It's offside. It was a good ball in, wasn't it? It was right in between the defence and the goalkeeper. And it is a first look at VAR, I think, on the series as well, isn't it? It was just a really good ball in, and he was offside, so we get away with it. And Origi, yeah, I mean, it was just a good ball in. All right, I've hesitated on the shout, and it's headed away. Here we go now with Viva. We've got players forward here. Go on, Viva. Go on, Viva. We've got Stefansson up there with him. He plays him in. It's Omar Stefansson! And he ties it up. A 24th goal of the season. It's 1-0 on the night. It's 1-1 on aggregate. And it is tie back on. Viva did really, really well there, didn't he? Ran at the defence, just sucked that man in enough, made him commit to him, and then played in Stefansson one-on-one. He was never going to miss that, was he? And we are back in this tie, and we have a kick-off highlight. We couldn't, could we? Oh, and we're sort of missing some of our more important defensive players as well. Origi lumps it forward. We don't really have... That's not what Stefansson does. He's got no real aerial presence at all. Birchall tracking back, working hard. Cross comes in. That's offside again, I think. I know he's quick. I don't think he's that quick. Why are we looking complacent? We've got a free kick to defend here. Cedric. Is that the guy that used to play for Southampton, I think? So the league didn't last long. Maybe praising them was a little bit much. And, well, no one's stopping that, are they? That's right in the corner. Just nicked it round the wall. And, yeah, unfortunately for us, we weren't level for long. Birchall, mate, you need to work a little bit harder than that. Oh, and Origi. I tell you what, Origi's making some saves, isn't he? We've got a corner to defend again. Can we get this away, please? It was Marmot behind. It'll go over to the other side. And that is that. Here we go with Viva again. If he can get going, he's good 16 dribbling, really pacey and agile and good acceleration. He could cause them some trouble. This work them inside is not working though, is it? Because there is... Oh, that looked very close. There's just too much space down the outside now. They're ripping us to shreds out there, so we won't do that. We'll sort of try and trap them against the touchline if we can. And let's just keep encouraging. We've got another highlight. Cedric with a throw-in. I don't know about this Cameroonian guy. I don't think he's doing brilliantly out there for us. Do we get Huggins on? He's got back for a good block there. He's already on a booking. I think we get Huggins on to play over there. Huggins, of course, got the penalty, didn't he? Well, one of the penalties. I can't remember if it was the penalty. No, Cappiello got the final one, didn't he? But Huggins played his part to get us here. So we'll bring him on and see what we can do. First touch for him. Viva. It's just getting himself closed down, isn't he? Halkson. Back to Huggins. Sayas. Antonsen. What we don't really have without Adel Steinson is a man to pass it out from the back for us. Birchall goes back to Monty. Sayas. It's Marmot again. There's a good ball. It's Cappiello getting forward! And Cappiello makes it 2-1 on the night. 2-2 on aggregate. And that is much more like it. We've got him in a little bit more of an advanced position, and he's been able to run onto that good ball from Birchall to find him as well. And no mistake with the finish from Capiello. And that is, well, very, very nice indeed. It's one of these games that makes you miss away goals, isn't it? All right, let's try demand more. And we've got a corner to defend again. In it comes. Origi is there, claims it. Can we get a quick counter-attack going, I wonder? Origi lumps it forward. It's headed back. It's coming back at us. And, oh, he's onside too, I think. No. Oh, if it's going to get checked by VAR, I thought he was onside. The ref has blown his whistle. It is disallowed again. Well, loving VAR, I've got to say. And, well, I don't know that that is ruled out. That's a 50-50 call, isn't it, if you don't have VAR, and we've got away with it there somewhat, though he was just offside, so I guess technically we didn't get away with it. But just the free kick between the two, you know, from on their side, the only goal, that is sort of what is keeping them level with us. And I think we say, let's go dig in. Let's go dig in. Let's see if we can do this. I don't know if we do want to find ourselves going all the way through extra time and penalties again. The main issue with that is that it does obviously tire the players out, and we do at some point need to focus again on the league and make sure we're going to be back in Europe next season. Though I mean we are going to have enough money that we could miss out, you know, next season, and it's not a massive deal in terms. It's not going to bankrupt the club or anything. We should still be able to do a lot of things, and we should still be able to sign some good players on some decent wages. It's the momentum, isn't it, and getting used to playing, you know, week in, week out. Oh, that's a good goal. That one's not offside, and that makes it 2-2 on the night, 3-2 on aggregate. There's an argument to say, having got back to 2-2, maybe we needed to sit back in a little bit and sort of play a more normal game. But, yeah. Anyway, too late now. Can we find another goal for ourselves? Oh, and that might be the one. Adams he's their main goal scorer, and I missed who's taken the blame for it. We might get an idea from here. Someone in there. Birchall, was it maybe? Missed the head up. Halkson's not having a great game, so we'll take him off. We will get on Turpitson, who's got sort of fresher legs. And Antonsen and Monte. Neither of them are having a fantastic game. So what we will do is we'll get rid of that. We'll raise up our tempo. We'll get rid of work ball into the box. And we'll go and step up now because we'll get stuck in. We've just got to try and win the ball as high up the pitch as we can. And we need 2 goals, don't we, to get ourselves back level. Marmot with a free kick. Be great if this goes in. Oh, and it has, and it's Stefansson again. A 25th of the season for him. And we are still alive. Okay, Birchall's not playing well. Let's take him off for Rocky. We'll get Rocky going as an inside forward. And another goal gets us level again. And then you do never know. We will continue with that. Rocky inside forward, please, on attack. And, well, can we defend now is the big question. And kind of is the answer. Huggins, don't give away a penalty. Can he win it back? He can. Gets it forward quickly. Viva gets it back for Huggins. Can we get them on the break here and tie it up again? Viva. Oh, he's done well. He's done well. Is this the moment he steps forward for us? Come on, Viva. There's the cross in. It's headed down and away. It's cleared. And it's going to come back the other way now. Huggins can't quite get there first. We're under a little bit of pressure at the back now. Another goal for them, and surely that is us dead and buried. It is. Oh, and it's Adams again. And it's back to 4-3 on the night, 5-3 on aggregate. We've got to keep going, don't we? We've got nothing to lose. Bakker. I mean, I'm assuming it's not Eric Bakker. It's probably Eric Bakker's grandson, but that gives you an idea of how old I go back watching Premier League, doesn't it? I still like Eric Bakker as well. Anyway. Adams has got himself a hat trick. Can we get back to within one? And then you never know. Can Rocky get to that? He will. We need a Rocky-like story here, don't we? There's a good ball for Stefansson. He's got Cappiello in the middle. Cappiello in the middle! Oh, and we have got back to 5-4. It's a really good goal, actually, and it is 4-4 on the night. It's an absolute goal fest. It's 4-4 on the night, 5-4 in aggregate. If we are going to crash out of the Champions League, at least we're going down fighting. That is all you can really ask, isn't it? Both the centre-backs having nightmares. I can't make any more subs. I've used them all. Let's try another demand more. Can we get something going late on here? All right, let's go all-out attack. It never works, but you know, what have we got to lose? Shoot on sight, get the early crosses in, and what else can we do here? That's pretty much it, isn't it? I don't think there's any other boxes left for us to tick. Can we get a magical equaliser? Oh, there's a highlight. A minute and a half to go in stoppage time. Can we get ourselves level at 5-5 on aggregate? Come on. It's 4-4 in the night. We could. I mean, we've done well, haven't we? We've come to Norway. We've gone toe-to-toe with them. The Norwegian champions, of course. And, you know, as an Icelandic team, semi-pro, that's not bad. Adams is in again. Adams has scored. That ends the dream. It is 6-4 now on aggregate. 5-4 on the night. And ultimately, our central defenders just weren't able to cope with playing this way, were they? We looked really, really good. We had goals in us clearly. But that defensive partnership are not used to playing together. And they just couldn't handle Adams, could they? So there we go. That is the end of the Champions League campaign. In the end, we fall 2 goals and 1 round short of getting into the Champions League group stage. So there we go. It's disappointing, but ultimately I think it might actually be for the best. We've got our £4.3 million. We've got fitness concerns. We've got suspensions. It was a tie too far, wasn't it? But look at that balance. And now the question becomes, what do we do with this money? What do we ask the board for with this money? I think the first thing we need to do as a club is turn professional. So we'll ask them that. The second thing I think we need to do is, what else do we need to do? I'd actually really like an under-19s team, but that's not going to happen till the off-season anyway. So I think maybe we look to improve the training facilities. We'll see what they say to that. And, well, if we don't have youth facilities, if we don't have a youth team, I take it. So let's just ask for that as well then. And see what they say to all of that. But guys, that will do it for today. I don't know, let me know. I'm disappointed, but I'm not, if that makes sense. What we will do is we will be back for the start of the, what's it called? The Europa League. What am I looking for here? Here we go here. I will make sure I record the draw so we can sort of go through that. And I actually have no idea how it works if it's a league phase. I'm assuming there's a draw. Maybe there's not. But anyway, you can see recent form is not great. We are drawing towards the end of the league season as well. Of course, our European campaign is going to kick on. We'll probably make this first call for Viewers Player of the Year nominees. Let me know who you think has been our best or your favourite player this season. And we'll come back. Yeah, we'll come back when the Europa League starts. So, yeah, and how should we spend this money as well? Take care.